So now we're going to do a couple of drills that you could do with a training partner. So the first thing is this. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your hands up, okay? And we're going to put our hands like this. And we're going to kind of walk around, okay? Now I want you to walk around like you were talking to me, like your hands are up. So you're creating your shield, you're creating the distance between you and your attacker. Here's the thing, if I get this close, right here, if I decide to headbutt you, boom, lights out. So it's very important for you that as soon as you're faced with an attacker or a potential threat, create the distance. If I'm doing this, so you don't want to push me. Right now he's pushing me, but you want to create the distance that I've light enough that if I move, just angle off. Okay? Where you're always looking at me. Okay? Move here. Enough, a little bit inside, enough that you have bend to strike the throat or come up with a palm strike, but not close enough where I can headbutt you. So I'm here. So as soon as, just bring the hand like this, right there. Okay? So walk. So if I'm doing this, right, and I'm talking to you, I decide to punch, boom. Yeah, you could, if you could come in time and go for the palm strike, great. But imagine I was holding a knife, a pen, any weapon. I like to clear my body away from anything. I don't want anything to even come close to here. So if I'm punching, boom, I want to make sure, I know the MMA guys block this way, but if I have anything in my hand, I'm stabbing you. So I want to make sure that, go and grab the back of my neck, I want to make sure that that hand doesn't even come close, okay? Because I don't know what's in there, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little drill from here, and I'm going to try to grab the back of your neck, okay? So I don't want you to let me. Ready? Go. Yes, sir. Good. Now your turn. Good. Now this is all based on instinct. It's not memorized technique like martial arts. It's just your instinct and your reaction time. So you don't have to think what block and how's it going to come in. Bring your hands up and let your body will naturally do the rest. Okay? And with a little training, it's going to be quicker in the response. So come a little bit closer. So now what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to grab your shirt in the middle. Ready? Your turn. Now I'm either going to try to grab the back of your neck or grab your shirt. Okay? So that's the first drill. The second drill I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hands on his chest. Okay? So when I bring my hands up, I never want to bring him up to his face. I want to bring him a little bit lower than his chin, because what happens is, a lot of times, and this has actually happened to me working in the clubs, when I'm faced with a much bigger guy, where I brought my hands up and I'm creating distance, and they're going to bring their weight so close and do this, and they're going to forget about your hands, because they're under his field of vision, as well as at no point am I pushing him. What I'm doing, come towards me, I do this and I'm using my footwork. And as I'm talking to him, I'm moving, and boom, and then I step in using the momentum of the person who's coming in. Okay? So what we're going to do now, also by keeping my hands, if he shifts for anything, I'll feel it. So what I want you to do is try to grab the back of my neck, or try to grab my neck or the back, from the back. Right? Go. But I want you to move with me. Now, in reality, I'd be striking. There's no doubt. There's no way I would even move around this much, okay? When people start pacing, moving, doing this kind of stuff, shifting weight, patting themselves down, looking around, those are all signs you gotta start moving. Either you're gonna hit or you gotta run. Okay? So what we're gonna do next is you're gonna grab my wrists, okay? And he's gonna move my hand, and at any point, right, grab them tight, at any point we'll grab the back of my neck. Again, these are all just drills to work on just, so what I'm doing, I'm even going to close my eyes now. Okay, go. All I want to do is be able to feel what's going on. And one of the reasons why in this range, hand is quicker than the eye. If I'm here, right, I won't actually see the punch. I'm gonna feel where he's moving. At the same time, same thing for me is when I'm striking, I don't need to see the jaw. If I'm in close, I'm here, and I'm able to just feel where I'm going and continuously strike. Next, we're gonna look at some common attacks.